Lesson 38. Hello,
Repeat.
lettuce, tomato, cheese, hamburger, burger.
Questions.
What's this? What's this? It's a hamburger. Can we simply call this a burger? Can we simply call this a burger? Yes, we can simply call this a burger. Is there lettuce and tomato on this hamburger? Is there lettuce and tomato on this hamburger? Yes, there is lettuce and tomato on this hamburger. What do we call a hamburger with cheese? What do we call a hamburger with cheese? We call a hamburger with cheese a cheeseburger.
Repeat.
Get, got, wake, woke, say, said.
Questions.
What's the past of get up? What's the past of get up? The past of get up is got up. Did you get up this morning? Did you get up this morning? Yes, I got up this morning. What's the past of wake up? What's the past of wake up? The past of wake up is woke up. Did you wake up before you got up this morning? Did you wake up before you got up this morning? Yes, I woke up before I got up this morning. What's the past of say? What's the past of say? The past of say is said. Did I say hello to you at the beginning of the lesson? Did I say hello to you at the beginning of the lesson? Yes, you said hello to me at the beginning of the lesson.
Repeat.
I would. I'd.
Explanation.
I'd is the contraction of I would.
Questions.
What's the contraction of I would? What's the contraction of I would? The contraction of I would is I'd. What's the contraction of I would do it? What's the contraction of I would do it? The contraction of I would do it is I'd do it.
Repeat.
He would. He'd.
Explanation.
He'd is the contraction of he would.
Questions.
What's the contraction of he would? What's the contraction of he would? The contraction of he would is he'd. Would he like to play soccer? Would he like to play soccer? Yes, he'd like to play soccer. Would he prefer to eat a hamburger or a salad? Would he prefer to eat a hamburger or a salad? He'd prefer to eat a hamburger.
Repeat.
She would. She'd.
Explanation.
She'd is the contraction of she would.
Questions.
What's the contraction of she would? What's the contraction of she would? The contraction of she would is she'd. Would she prefer to have tea or coffee? Would she prefer to have tea or coffee? She'd prefer to have coffee. Would she like to be on holiday instead of working? Would she like to be on holiday instead of working? Yes, she'd like to be on holiday instead of working.
Repeat.
It would. It'd.
Explanation.
The contraction of it would is it'd.
Questions.
What's the contraction of it would? What's the contraction of it would? The contraction of it would is it'd. Would it cost us more to buy a boat than a desk? Would it cost us more to buy a boat than a desk? Yes, it'd cost us more to buy a boat than a desk. Would it take us a long time to cook a full meal? Would it take us a long time to cook a full meal? Yes, it'd take us a long time to cook a full meal.
Repeat.
Ask for a favor. Do a favor. Thank you.
Explanation.
When we ask someone for a favor, we say, please. For example, please give me that pen. If the person does the favor, we say, thank you.
Questions.
When we ask someone for a favor, what do we say? When we ask someone for a favor, what do we say? When we ask someone for a favor, we say, please. If a person does a favor, what do we say? If a person does a favor, what do we say? If a person does a favor, we say, thank you. Would you do them a small favor? Would you do them a small favor? Yes, I'd do them a small favor. Do we say do a favor or make a favor? Do we say do a favor or make a favor? We say do a favor.
Repeat.
Kind. Generous. Fiction. Non-fiction. Heart.
Explanation.
The word kind has two meanings. One means to have a good heart. For example, he's a kind boy, always generous. Another meaning is the same as type. For example, there are many kinds of books, fiction books, non-fiction books, etc.
Questions.
If he is generous, is he kind? If he is generous, is he kind? Yes, if he is generous, he's kind. What kind of car would you like to drive, a cheap car or an expensive car? What kind of car would you like to drive, a cheap car or an expensive car? I'd like to drive an expensive car. What kinds of books are there? What kinds of books are there? There are many kinds of books, fiction, non-fiction, etc.
Repeat.
Think. Thought. Know. Knew.
Questions.
What's the past of think? What's the past of think? The past of think is thought. Did you think about being an adult when you were a child? Did you think about being an adult when you were a child? Yes, I thought about being an adult when I was a child. What's the past of know? What's the past of know? The past of know is knew. Did you know me before coming to class today? Did you know me before coming to class today? Yes, I knew you before coming to class today.